Hello. Welcome to So Fired. I'm Chelsea Toronto.
I'm Dr. Lindsay Regier.
We're laughing because Lindsay literally makes fun of me every time we start off with our intro. So, hi, friends, and welcome to this week's episode of So Fired. I'm Chelsea Toronto.
I'm Dr. Lindsay Regier.
And every week on So Fired, we take life's shitty things and turn them into pretty things.
And we share all of our issues because we have so many of them. They are literally never ending. And we laugh a lot along the way. And this week we're talking about jumping off at the highest point. And how do you perform?
Well, do we have to get to that right now? I feel like there's so many other things.
There's so many other things.
You were saying
this is what we're talking about later.
You're like, no, that's the sentence you wrote.
Remember? Remember when you texted me, this is what we're talking about today?
Oh, great. Hey, you know what I love about us?
What?
I listen to other podcasts, and gosh, they take the first 15 minutes to kind of get to it.
Yeah.
Not us. We just jump right in.
Just get there.
It's kind of like all my relationships. But it's just like, why do I have to fast forward? And I get that there's an advertisement on the front end, but then it's like,
and then there's a catch up. I mean,
I like us. Okay, so what is your So Fired for the week?
Well, first of all, my face is literally on fire because I just got lasered 20 minutes ago, and every ounce of air that's touching it is kind of painful at the moment.
How long will that last?
It'll be painful today and then better tomorrow.
At least you don't have to wash your face.
I know.
I don't love washing my face.
Is disturbing to me, but I'll live.
I've washed my face every day since last Wednesday.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for
it
you.
Makes such a big difference.
Yeah, it does. And like your face actually, like your skin looks a little clearer.
Yeah, it does. It's fresher.
Yeah.
I did a face mask before you got here in the spirit of face stuff.
That inner glow.
Okay. So
my So Fired, I'm going through a quarter life crisis again. And I feel like I literally just had 6 months ago. Is it the
quarter of 2023? Or the quarter of your life?
This is my Q2 quarter life crisis.
It's so early. Do you really want to like burn that as quickly?
But like, once a quarter, I think I'm going to have a crisis. Like,
yeah, but shouldn't you have waited till May?
Because,
it's
tried.
just... Okay, anyway.
I know. They're coming more frequently.
I know, they are. And what if you like blow your wad too soon?
Crisis too hard?
No, you you come too soon. And what if you have another quarter life crisis between now
and May?
Yeah. Okay,
I think it's just a never-ending one.
No, I get that. So, okay,
so that's, not great. It's just like...
Can you talk to us about the actual...
Yeah, I'm just feeling very overwhelmed. I'm feeling like... I'm trying to make a transition in my identity of like, I don't want to be stuck to chiropractor my entire life. And I'm trying to figure out what that looks like and like what the pivot is exactly. Mm-hmm. And it's just really overwhelming because there's so many options, which is also great to have options. It's just like, I don't know where to focus my bandwidth on to like make a pivot. But since I've kind of have let go of, okay, I don't want to identify as being a chiropractor forever. I had a lot of people come out of the woodwork and be like, hey, so I'm doing this. Do you want to collab on this event?
Okay. So they're giving you opportunities.
Mm-hmm. So
okay.
It's almost like as soon as I let that go internally, I must have been putting out a vibe to the universe as, hey, I'm going to do like this retreat. Do you want to collab? I'm going to do this. Do you want to collab? I have this opening up. Do you want to do this? Or like,
and when they ask to collaborate, is it you as the chiropractor or you in a different...
Like a different...
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. So, crisis almost averted by...
But with a positive upswing at some point.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. I think
just like my negative, like deep voice and your upbeat, like...
My upbeat.
It's like a Nike swoosh.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, yeah. It's turning into a So Fired moment.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's been a fun... It's a little turbulence, a little bit of moguls, but it does kind of even out.
It will.
Yeah, it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
So yeah, what's your So Fired moment?
Actually, it was not a lot of negative, and it was a super neat experience. So my newest favoritist person and I went skiing yesterday. And as we came back on the I-70, as you may frequently find, is when the weather conditions on the windshield and then the windshield wiper is not working, you're struggling, right? So there was a car in front of us, and we kind of both saw it at the same time. They had a water bottle and they were dumping the water under the windshield.
Oh, no.
You know, that streaky.
Yeah, because they were out of wiper fluid.
Yeah, whatever the things. And by the grace of God, my friend Blake has a squeegee, like one from the gas station that's in, you know, here's the pump, here's the trash can, but then there's like the squeegee and that dirty, you know, Windex material. He happened to have that in the front seat, like by my leg. What? And he's got it. And he's like, oh my God, what? Watch. And I didn't even know. It was like sandwiched between the console and my knee. He rolls the window down and attempts to like...
Is he trying to squeegee their window for
No,
them?
he's trying to give them the squeegee. Oh. Like a baton, like a race. And they panicked. But Blake could see the light and the gratitude and couldn't even comprehend how great this was. And they're like, no, just pull over. He's like, I want to give it to him across the window.
Hand off the baton.
That would have been so cool.
Right?
How cool would that have been? And then I'm like, do not get out of the car because this is where people like get clipped and die. And I was like, come on my side. I don't know how you want to go. Anyway, so the guy comes up. He's like, are you kidding me? Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay. So they do their thing. And that was just an incredible experience. And then they came up beside us. She rolls the window down and hands it back to us.
Oh.
He's like, no. So we're now on 70 driving parallel to each other, 2 different lanes at the same time, right? And these cars come barreling down, especially the people familiar with 70. Mm-hmm. So she hands it back and he's like, keep it. She's like, no. And then we were going to, but forgot, and we were going to return the squeegee back to the Silverthorne Conoco gas station. You know, the one on the right?
Yeah.
We didn't. But there was nothing really negative about this experience, but it was so cool to witness.
Cool.
Yeah, it was really fun.
That is fun.
Yeah, I love those moments.
I would love to see that.
Yeah, it was cool. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. We also have issues, right?
So many issues.
Oh my God, I really have a lot of issues. What do you
I
got?
have minimal issues, but
you could borrow some.
Okay. Okay, so I'm a big reader. We're both big readers, right?
Yeah, more so last year than this year, but
So I'm reading this book right now, and my issue is the amount of minute detail that is on a page of this book where nothing happens. Like, oh, I decided to bake brownies. And these brownies have this perfect caramely crust with the chocolate chips perfectly distributed through them, which I use with my KitchenAid mixer that I got for my wedding 10 years ago. And that mint green, almost a Tiffany blue color, but and it swirls at the batter to perfection. So it's light and airy with bubbles. And I'm like, oh my God, I get it. You made some brownies. Like, let's get on. Well, this is not pertinent to the story at all. It's about this girl who's trying to steal this lady's wife. Like, I don't care about these brownies. And like, I'm getting so annoyed with this book.
Is it this book, or would you say details, or you just find details annoying?
I find details to be annoying
in all books.
In all books.
Or is this one?
This one is particularly way too detailed.
Are you going to continue to read it?
Yeah.
You're going to suffer through it.
I'm going to suffer through it. I'm going to skim a lot faster than trying to read all the details. I just am not like a big detailed
in life
person in
life.
It was
just like, just say the words.
Yeah. I'm like, let's get to the point of the story.
Yeah, that's a big one.
So, God, I don't know. That was like driving me insane when I was reading this.
That's such a like G-rated fucking issue.
I know. And this is like my other issue is not really quite an issue, but just a PSA. Yeah. If you have not watched Outer Banks season 3,
oh my God,
don't watch it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which one's Outer Banks?
The one with the high school kids and they're chasing after the treasure.
Okay, yeah, I don't know this.
It was really popular in COVID. The first season came out and it was so good. The first season was amazing. Second season was also good. This third season is trash.
They shit the bed on this.
Oh my God.
Why?
Who is writing this story? Like, if this can be a TV show, we need a TV show. Like, standards are so low that like, how do we not have a show by now? I don't get it. Like, I don't understand.
If I don't wear some pants, or a shirt, I guess, because you can only see us from the waist down.
Yeah, totally. Like, do we just have to wear like no shirt and then we'll get a show? Because like the standards for the show is
no kidding.
Miserable.
I'm gonna watch it just as for that purpose.
Oh my gosh, and it's like, I'm watching it out of hate right now, and just to understand how the story ends, I'm like, if there's
you're really big into suffering.
this is my issue with myself is that once I commit to it, I can't quit. I'm like, I can't quit it. I need to finish it.
You are really big into challenges.
And it's so annoying. I bet. I hate that about myself.
What other issues do you have? You started off with, I don't have many. Let's keep going. We got another 28 minutes.
I just hate that about myself. That's it. That's the issue.
What you hate about yourself?
I hate that I cannot quit a challenge or I can't quit something halfway through. I have to see it through.
Technically, that's a pretty good element to have.
Until you're stuck watching Outer Banks season 3 and you can't get out of this vicious cycle. Then it's not great.
I know the stupid details of someone's stupid fucking brownies.
Okay. Just one more thing about.
Okay. Let's keep going. And another thing.
Okay, another thing is about Outer Banks season 3.
Oh my god, about that one. Stop. Wrap up real.
Let me just tell you that
literally talking to Blake yesterday. I was like, she fucking loves talking about reality TV.
This isn't even reality TV. This is a scripted show. It's so
my bad.
That's why I can't give it up.
Walk it back. Okay, what's the other issue?
This is the only bright side in this is that if you thought your parents sucked so bad,
good.
No, John B's dad is the worst human alive.
Okay.
He killed 2 guys in front of him, and he's like, well, help me dispose of the bodies now. And John B is in shock, okay. And then his dad is in another scenario, you need to rob that lady. I'm going to give you a gun, and you're going to walk up to her and rob her. And
you're really taking this one to heart,
because I was like, if you really think parents are that bad, John B's dad is literally the worst. So
I really think mine's are up.
I know.
Mine is up. Not my mind. Mine is kind of up there.
Here, go rob someone with that guy. I'm like, I guess we don't have it that bad.
No, we don't. So good for you.
So I was like, okay.
Okay.
That's all my issues.
I have issues.
You have real issues.
No, I don't know about that. Okay. I'm going to just fire these off.
Okay.
Why is there so much goddamn packaging in everything these days? And why is it not smart packaging? We went to Japan and everything was so well thought of and rip here with minimal plastic trash after the fact. You take a lotion thing and then you break the seal here and then there's a little silver one covering the thing. Why so much packaging? Mm-hmm. Okay, that's one. When I'm making my bed and I put the coverlet, the top layer that covers the down comforters.
Yeah.
I always put it the wrong fucking way. Every goddamn fucking time.
How's it getting messed up?
It's just that it's no, turn it.
Oh.
It's always the short way. And I'm just God damn it. Yeah, I bet there's a couple of ways I could resolve that so I stop suffering through.
Yeah. Does the coverlet fall off when you're sleeping?
No, not typically. I mean, it's just me.
Yeah.
And I sleep like a mummy.
Right. So how
this. I literally, the international sign for choking / mummy. I sleep like that. And I don't move. You've seen me sleep.
I know. You don't move.
I try not to.
Yeah. So how is the coverlet getting messed up
when
you
I make
your bed?
the bed?
Oh.
When you you're fluffing the bed, you just washed all your sheets, and then you put the coverlet on at the last second. It's always there's the wide way.
Yeah.
I
guess I don't use a coverlet.
I got that.
Yeah.
I could see that blank look in your eye. Okay, my real issue is, it's men, actually.
Men. Always the issue.
No. That's not what I'm saying. Okay.
That men.
Okay, that was 2 episodes ago. Okay, here's my thing. I'm making more friends.
Mm-hmm.
Particularly men, and they're not all romantic. But I'm really enjoying these people, and the people that are allowed to be in my life at this point, I love them.
Yeah.
I think about how I am with my girlfriends. You and you. Well, it's I am super enthusiastic. All the neurons on my body are colliding all the time, and I'm vibrating so high, and I'm just everything's so fucking great. I love you. I mean, it's just for the first time in my life, I am in a position, my heart is open, and I want to tell people, because there was none of this until 6 or 7 years ago. No, 5. So where I'm just okay, so that makes sense, and that lands with my female relationship. I'm making these male friendships, and we're experiencing really great things. There's, a number of things that's mutual interest. I want to you have these endorphins from hiking and you're just doing it and you're bonding on that level, or if you're going skiing. I just want to be like, I love you.
Mm.
And they are not down with it.
That's weird if you say it to a guy.
It's just like, you're my bestie. I love you, man.
It's just not.
No, it's not okay.
It doesn't land. No.
It just makes me annoyed, right? Here I am. It's just like when you get divorced and you think people are like lining up to date you. You just think like, I'm happy and I like you. I don't get it twisted. They're twisted.
Yeah, there's like no way you can say I love you to a dude and it doesn't get twisted.
I know. Oh, I have one more issue. Okay. Today's episode is the issues. No one is wearing clothes anymore. Yeah. The restaurant that I work at is in a fairly affluent area. You've got these young, like not just moms, but primary care to their children from the age of 5 to like 17, right? So I'm talking that there's a range in the women in which I'm referring to at this point. And they do have a lot of money, so they have means and access to clothes. However, they are rolling in some in yoga pants, but now Vuori. Mm-hmm. They're wearing like full sets, and this is at like 5, 7.
Yeah, it's almost like the COVID fashion of wearing sweats all the time has finally hit 3 years later.
And it's a tragedy. Mm-hmm. It's an epidemic. I'm like, ladies, just throw on a pair of jeans. Like, why? And then, I may have said this before where I do have to get dressed up. Right. I do have to set a standard. And sometimes the outfits are a little more aligned with myself and creative. And they're like, oh my God. I was like, if you wore clothes and we saw each other outside, it would make sense. So I don't know. Maybe they could just not wear them on a Friday night.
I think it's also the new status symbol of wealth to wear sweatpants out and to not give a shit what you look like.
I get hobo hot.
Yeah.
I get hobo hot. Like, I do that, but be a little more creative.
I think that's like their new thing.
Oh, I agree with that. Mm-hmm. I would agree 100% with that. Yeah. And they're like, oh, God.
And as someone who does not like to wear clothes myself, I don't mind.
But you do it hot.
Yeah.
You do it hot, right? Like, I feel like yoga pants are now like a step up. They're closer to pants and jeans than they ever have been. Where
totally
wearing like yoga pants was, they're really mailing it in. Now you look dressed up if that's the shirt you're wearing, because you probably spent $120 on those pants, and then you got to wear your cute new shoes, and then there's a crop sweatshirt.
Yep.
And you tuck in the long one.
So there's the long one, and then there's like a long over cardigan jacket thing going on. Yeah.
These just look like they'd rolled out of bed.
So they're in sweats.
Vuori sweats.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, so that is my issue. Oh, I have a couple more things. We're not really on track today. Smilegate. So I'm spending, Smilegate is, my smiles continue to be a thing. It's really tiresome. I spent some new time with my newest best friend, Blake. I was smiling all day yesterday.
Did your mouth hurt from smiling so much?
Kind of. I couldn't stop smiling. And the thing is, if this wasn't my newest favorite person, I would have been so goddamn pissed, because we skied really hard runs yesterday. Mm-hmm. I was pizza pie, French fry back in November.
Yep.
I am carving solid on blues.
Yeah.
Great. I got no goddamn business to be dealing with blacks.
No.
And I was like, are we trying to like show off or impress each other? But I was like, my life was in danger quite a few times yesterday. And then there was a whiteout. And I was just like, I got down to the end of the run. I was like, this is amazing. I was just like smiling. Just couldn't stop smiling. And I was like, I was almost mad that my smile was like not representing me. I was like, where's the disconnect? My smile and I has always been like aligned.
Yeah. It's just like training. You're like, I fucking hate you so much right now.
But it's fucking great. And I can't tell you I love you, so I just have to keep smiling. So that was Smilegate. Nothing was actually said, but I was like, I just can't. And I just caught myself. And it was pretty amazing. Oh, and I have a Pino's update. One of my coworkers, the other young kid from like only English speaking, he had a manager's code, so he was able to like void all my mistakes. Ooh. He got busted with that. And then because he did void a charge on my closeout sheet this week, one of the Italians was like, I need to talk to you. And when you're going into the office, He's like, where did you get that code? I saw that something with $100 was voided. I was like, it's not mine. I fucking folded and ratted like a little bitch. Like, talk about a snitch.
Such a snitch.
I was like, I sat down. I put my head in my hands. I was like, I didn't. And he's like, where'd he get the code? I was like, I don't know, a former manager. He's like, he actually bought his friend lunch. He's like, technically kind of stealing. I was like, so here's the thing. I'm walking out and I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to give up as much information before we leave the office. I'm like, please don't fire me. I really like my job.
Yeah.
I'm like clinging to life there.
Oh my God. You're like, I'll tell you everything about everyone. Like,
oh, yeah, 100%. And then I'm leaving. You know what he says to me? Silvio is his name. He's like, Chelsea, choose your team wisely.
Ooh.
That was like serious mafia gangster
yeah, no
shit.
kidding. I like that. Sounds like a threat.
I was like, I didn't even reach out to my coworker to give him a heads up because I was scared so straight. I was like, I get it how people get pinched by the FBI and they don't like give their friends a head up because I was like, that scared the shit out of me. So I came in the next day. I was like, Silvio, you scared the shit out of me. I am team whatever you need me to be. So, okay.
Oh my God. We better never do any illegal activity together because like, you'll be like, Lindsay is the mastermind behind everything. I was just here and I smiled and I didn't know anything was going on. I was just like nodding and she said like, let's do this.
No, I would. And not for you. I'd go down in a blaze of glory. No, I would not rat you out. I don't think I would.
I hope not. I would not rat you out.
No, I know. I would absolutely not. I mean, like, we cover for our shit all the time. It doesn't necessarily illegal, but with my roommate,
totally.
if they called, you'd be like, she's sitting right here. I'm sorry, she's in the restroom. I'll have her call you. She's taking Layla out, and they went for a brief walk. So, I mean, you wouldn't even fucking flinch.
No.
No. Do not. I can't believe you thought I wouldn't cover for you. I fucking drove 6 hours for you.
It's
like,
just a funny thought of like the illegal activity that we would do would probably be like, we stole some lipstick from Ulta because like I forgot my wallet. Like my phone is dead. I couldn't Apple Pay. And I'm like, quick, take the lipstick.
I would.
Yeah.
I'd steal for you. There's so many things I'd do for
like,
you.
we would do something so stupid.
And we're looking at
and I would like, I'd flinch first and be like, it was me. Like,
no,
I literally
you
cannot.
would not.
Yeah.
You are stone cold liar.
I would really blame it on myself. I'd be like, it was me.
Oh, I would. Yeah, I would go down. I would go to jail for you.
Yeah.
I would be
Please
like,
don't kill anyone.
Can you believe I'm doing this for you? You'd be like, thank you.
Thanks.
No, you wouldn't even say thank you as I was getting in.
Be like, I didn't ask you to do that.
Well, I don't really get mad after the fact.
No.
I'm not really resentful, so
No.
I would totally do it. Because the thought would be like, she'd do this for you.
I would do it for
Yeah,
you.
so we are lucky to have each I love you.
I love you. Heart.
Oh, I can say it to you. Thank God you don't
Yeah.
have a penis. Like, what the fuck? They should want me to love them.
No, because if like,
No.
no. Because
tell me
if
why.
I had a guy friend and he was like, I love you so much, I'd be like, ooh.
I say it to
That's
Connor.
weird. Yeah.
Okay, you know what he does? Love you.
Yeah.
This is the equivalent of like, I
So-
appreciate you
Mm-hmm.
versus I appreciate it.
Yeah. I appreciate you.
Oh,
It makes
I
me cringe.
hate, appreciate you. Tasty toppings.
So tasty.
Oh, God.
There's so many tasty
These
toppings on the ice
They
cream.
make me cringe more than like moist or whatever. Like, that is fine. I've heard it so many times over the course of my life, and I'm old enough that it's been a long time. It's okay. It lost its edge.
That's wild.
That's another one. So, fucking toppings make my skin crawl. I hate the word so much, and I have to say it at work. I'm just like,
And they're like, what? These are the toppings I want on my pizza. Oh, the toppings that I ordered on this are the toppings I want are this. So man, you must hear the word toppings like 20 times
it's like
a
working in an ice
day.
cream shop. I hate that word so much.
You would be like, that would be your own personal prison. You're working at an ice cream shop and someone is like, I would love a tasty treat with the toppings of Oreos. And they'll be like, well, we're out. Be like, well, that's wild because who's ever out of Oreos?
I fucking hate that word. And everything you're saying is true. They're like, what topics could you read on the top? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I've just been needing to get this off my chest.
Wow, it's like really.
I'm like, I'm crying. I don't. You can't. You should see this because you are currently watching this on our YouTube channel.
But crying
I'm crying because it was so funny. I'm sorry. We really are supposed to be talking about what? What are we talking about today?
We are supposed to be talking about topics. Jumping off at the highest point, and how do you respond?
Okay. All right, I'm going to just jump right in.
How do you perform in that situation?
That's what he said. I'm on fire today. Appreciate you. Okay, so the way I came up with this topic today is, while skiing yesterday, I'm afraid of heights, terrified. So I always have to bring the bar down on the chairlift, and I'm that annoying person, whatever. I'm not cool. But here's the thing. There was a 60-foot drop yesterday, and at that highest point, I'm thinking, don't jump, don't jump, don't jump, which really means jump, 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 jump. And it's just like, don't fucking jump. Please look down. Because even Ken was able to identify with this, that you just get so paranoid. Now, it's okay. That is not today's topic, but rather I think about that with relationships. I think about it with like other things where it's like, oh, don't go all in. Just like chill here. And like whether it's business, I really do think this isn't just about relationships, right? It's like getting it twisted about don't jump, and then jumping. And it's like, you could just look up and not think about it.
Yeah.
That's why we had so much on the front end, because there's barely nothing to say about this.
I'm just thinking, I'm like, I know that you think don't jump, don't jump. I think don't fall, don't fall. And
well, because you're a snowboarder. And snowboarders fall.
Like, don't fall, don't fall. Instead of, I'm not even like thinking like, oh, I'm going to jump now.
I am very close to jumping every time.
I like don't understand that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's exactly right. And that's why I felt like this would be a thing. So I'm experiencing that in relationships. Like, don't come, but like, don't. I had to. How can I not say that? I mean, like, that was funny. Is it funny if the person that delivers the joke laughs? Is it even enjoyable to listen to? Anyway, but I'm thinking with a new relationship where my heart is exploding, it's very hard to retard the feelings. You can't use that word in that word. Like, to slow it down. You were retard, like a fire.
Well, because I think when
it rhymed. I had to. It was rhyming.
So, okay, when you're at like this peak spot, there's usually 3 responses. You either fight, or you flight, or you freeze. So
which one? I'm not doing any of those.
Which one are you doing? Are you freezing?
I'm freaking the fuck out. Don't jump, and then jump. So what does that mean? Like, be cool. Don't overdo it. Don't like, I think today's psychology would call it like love bombing.
Oh.
We're just like trying to crawl into somebody's skin. Like, you literally just want to like crawl into their skin.
So you're going in flight mode.
Is that like, what it is?
Retreat. Instead of like going all in.
No, I am going all in. I'm the only one going all in. And I'm like, dude, it's still okay to play hard to get. Like, you know, you're vibing, but like you don't have like
you gotta like play it cool.
I'm not cool. I'm not cool. I recently, in the last 2 years, I'm gonna go out and the last 15 months, I've received a new hot girl status. Because I've always been Josie Grossi. My nose is still running because of the laughter. I'm sorry. So with this new, I don't know what the point is. I guess I just wanted to put it out there.
That you're not cool?
No, that in the last 15 months, I've received like hot girl status. Oh. People think I'm hot now.
Yeah.
It only took 46 years.
I feel like you were already at hot girl status before.
When? Never.
When I met you?
That's because you love me. You think no. Not at all. Maybe you like liked me, but I don't like. Sure, 18,000 dudes. They have great legs. That's not what I don't remember what the point is anymore. I just wanted to say that, but no, I lost it. What were we talking about?
Okay, so let's say you're at this like peak of how do you perform at the apex of the problem?
Right.
Fight, flight, or freeze. Also, just going back to like a skiing analogy, when I was boarding on Saturday, we get to the top of this run and I see it's a little carved out. It's not moguls, but it's like kind of bumpy. And I'm like, okay, this is like, do I abort the mission and like go to the
some serious
like, should I just go left, like just cut through the trees, go left and like abort and like go down the groomer, or like stick to the path and like go through it? And I kind of use that analogy in life all the time too. I'm like, okay, I know things are gonna like suck, but it'll suck for like a minute, and then then I'll be back out on the easy side of the groomer.
I did find myself thinking about you when I was going down. I don't know, like this person was not very kind to me yesterday with these fucking runs. And so I had to suspend fear, and I was kind of annoyed because this person is consuming some thoughts. And I'm like, now's not a great time to be concerned with anything other than like, just live. Just ski well enough to live. And so it reminded me of that time when there was turbulence flying on a plane and we were together and I was freaking out. And I think it was at that moment we talked to the pilot that just happened to be seated like she was flying as a peasant. So, in which I asked her, hey, what's up with turbulence? And she's like, it's just potholes. Yeah, I don't know about that, but whatever. So at that moment, my mantra became the only way you can go down is by going down, right? You have to kind of suffer through the turbulence in order to land. And that's the only way you can go through it. So like the buffalo versus the herd of moose, maybe? I don't know what this analogy is, but there's two animals. And the herd of moose or deer, whatever, at the onset of a storm, they'll flee. Whereas buffaloes hunker down and lean into it. And they're like, the only way to go down is down. Or like through the turbulence.
Yeah, you gotta like get through it.
Yeah. So that's the skiing analogy. But I don't know.
I think like you can apply the skiing analogy to, like your relationships. So you're in kind of like a new phase right now. And it's like a crazy ride at the moment.
It's a new lifestyle phase.
Yeah.
This is a new life experience. So maybe I'm like pulling the old shit bars in the car. Like, oh my God, what's going on? Instead of like, I haven't experienced this.
Right. So are you hunkering down and like going through the...
No, by hunkering down, I'd be like, okay, this is cool. Let's just face it. I'm not cool. I'm not cool at all. So I guess this is a flight mode.
Yeah.
If I want to fly into it and like fly into the skin. And I wish I could just be cool. And not like try and, because it felt like the same don't jump, and then you end up jumping. So be cool, pace yourself, and then not happening.
Well, we can't all be born cool like that.
You. I know that's where it was going, so I just figured I'd beat you to it. Yeah, but how do you get cool? How do you not jump off the chairlift? You put the bar down.
You put the bar down. Think about what's going to happen if you jump off the lift. You're going to break.
I do think about it.
You're going to break your legs.
It was a 50-foot drop.
So you're going to die.
Right.
Yeah. So, I mean, the thought of what would happen.
That does not motivate me because it's such a...
Well, I know
it's not a rational thought.
Well, fear is a motivating factor for you.
Yeah, but
so
not
like
this time. I don't know how to explain it. If this doesn't land, it's hard for someone to understand. Thanks, Ken. When he said, I was like, oh, I feel so validated because that is what I'm thinking. Like I could jump off. I think about how would I survive. I don't want this, so I don't know how to like be cool in this new landscape.
So I guess like, what happens if you're just not cool? Is it gonna
not cool, but like play this right?
Right.
Just do it right.
Well,
don't
so
be
far
afraid.
what you've been doing has been working, correct?
I could be cooler. I could play not hard to get, but like don't put all your tables. Don't like verbal diarrhea for like, Although I feel like we're past that.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. You guys talk a lot.
Great conversations.
Maybe that's where you said you want to be busier during the day.
I want to appear to be busy.
Yeah, you want to appear to be busier during the day, so then you don't have time to like chit chat and like be talking and unavailable all the time.
Okay. Yeah. So just put your phone on do not disturb. Because I have been reading on my phone quite a bit lately these days. I'm like, somebody entertain me because Lindsay's working.
Find a new hobby.
I know. Maybe. Like what? Sorry.
I don't know.
Okay.
So, I don't really know if we solved any problems today. We're
never going to solve problems.
But did we give you any good advice?
No,
I hope so.
No advice.
Don't jump off.
Never advice.
No. Don't jump off the lift. I don't know why you would, but just like don't do it.
I get it. No, I mean, it's hard to be cool. I'm not talking like cool person status like Lindsay in high school. I'm talking like just play it chill. Like just witness the ride.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
I think you could I'm trying to explain like how I
Oh yeah, this is gonna work.
I know. I'm like, I don't know. You kind of like step outside yourself and like see the situation from the outside.
Okay.
And then
I get that.
Be like, okay, if I do this, like, how's that going to play out? If I do this, how's that going to play out? So I kind of just like step outside the situation and look at it from like a third party.
Okay. I also thought you were going to say something like, give yourself a little grace. You really are like, this is a new set of like, this is the equivalent of like learning how to ski.
Yeah. I wasn't going to say that, but that's a good one.
Why weren't you going to say that? No?
No.
I could just see you being like, it's okay. This is new.
It is okay, but I'm telling you, like, I don't want
really
you to, I don't want to like be like, yeah, it's okay. And then you kind of fuck it up and then
do it by acknowledging it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I'll do a better job. So I started washing my face last week. I'll report back on how this goes.
Yeah, please do.
And confirm that I'm still washing my face.
Yes.
And that I got back on the wagon with Duolingo. What else do I need to resume doing?
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Mostly the face washing.
I'm doing it. I'm crushing it.
It looks great.
It does look great.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that as much as we did. We apologize when it's just not as, but at least we get into it.
We get into it. So you tell your friends, they get into it. You don't have to wait an hour to get into the episode. We get into it.
Yeah, we just slide right in. There's no foreplay here.
Nope. Get into those.
So many sexual innuendos. Right here. That's what's happening. I'm glad everybody's along for this ride.
Oh my God. Okay, friends, make sure that you are subscribed wherever you get your podcast and leave us a 5-star review about how amazing we are. And also share this with your friends. And we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Disclaimer. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. The stories and statements expressed herein are experiences and opinions. They may not represent the views of the production studio or the hosts. If you disagree with our content, that's okay. No podcast is perfect for everyone.